Yo, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? Hopefully, we're doing good. I'm, as you can tell by my haircut, guys, I'm getting ready to join the military. All right, if this video, okay, this video doesn't get 9,999 likes, I'm joining the military. Okay, I've said it enough. I'm joining the Marines in One Piece. All right, shut up. On a real note, though, on a serious note, guys, I hope you like my haircut. My barber, he says, I've gone to this barber for a while now, and he is starting to make comments. I gotta say, he's starting to make comments about my hairline, but I know I have a pretty rockin' hairline. Okay, look at it, goes all the way around. If you know, you know. I'm Peruvian. If you know, you know. We keep this for a long time. So, but speaking of hairlines, I have just been, probably like a lot of people, so very enamored with the iDubbbz Content Cop, and also like the Ethan response. Should this be on screen? What the fuck? This is such a dope scene, but go follow my Twitter. We're at 4 now. So we're still doing our thing. But anyways, I want to talk about another guy today. A guy with a hairline similar to mine. I don't know if I could say better, but similar for sure. And that is Ethan Klein. Again, the content cop, and sucking in all of our attention and stuff like that. So I don't know. I was gonna go over like the whole video, but I didn't want to like just drop a fat like 2-hour video on y'all guys for just dump it on y'all guys like that. So I decided not to. I decided against it. But I did want to cover something kind of similar to that whole kind of drama and everything. Which, by the way, I'm a drama queen. I love this. I love this stuff. I know if there's two things I know, it's how much Pokemon is just a cash grab at this point. It's literally like NFT V2. And I also know about random internet drama, just useless stuff. So that's why we're here. Again, I'll probably never talk about this if I didn't do it here. So let's get on with this. Also, another say of mine. I think I'm gonna go easy on Frogan. I will admit that I think she is kind of a little cutie, and so I want to go into this with like open arms, giving her the benefit of the doubt, and depending on how well that goes, Frogan, please hit me up. My DMs are not open, but you can message me on Twitter, and we can just do that. So sorry, my cat was in the background. I like cats. Anyways, let's check out this apology and see if I can give any context to like what she has said versus like what Ethan said. I am a big H3 fan. I literally have some H3 clothes in my closet there. I used to have like an old acid washed coat that was like one of Dan's favorite, but I got rid of that, so it's upsetting to say the least. It's upsetting, but I do still have TF. I got a gray crew neck, or black, and then a brown. I literally don't know how I got gray. I have a black and a brown one, but no, yeah. So here are my views dropping. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and see what Mrs. Frogan. See what Miss Frogan said. Guys, 18 is pretty freaking fire. That's pretty awesome for me, guys. Yes, let's go. Okay. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm just so excited. I have the best food in front of me. Okay, so guys, like she's kind of she's kind of something. She's kind of adorable.
They're currently bombing my family.
Okay, and
Hi.
So guys, one thing that I think we should start this video with also is by saying that whenever you are listening to someone either say something wrong or say something that you might think is like just downright evil, always try and assume ignorance over malice. So let's just assume she is ignorant, I guess. I wouldn't call her that. No, I would not. I would not call this beautiful woman this. Okay? So, but let's assume that she had a couple bad moments and that she is still under Hassan's nail. By the way, I will say I'm on Ethan's side with all this. I do think both sides are kind of doing whatever their little riddles are. I don't know anything about the information, but I like Ethan more, and I feel like I don't really like propagandists as much with Hassan. So that is pretty much my background here. Pretty much that's my opinion.
My name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube video.
Has her lips always looked like that?
The last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast, Arabs, which you can find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I.
Interesting podcast, though.
I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does.
I think the content cop can be great. I think it honestly can be great. The only way it would be great is if iDubbbz came out and he said, like, by the way, that whole video I did, that was all parody. Like, all I wanted to do was give my good friend Ethan some views. I knew the only way that I could do that wasn't by making a piece making him look good. It would be by making a straw man argument against him, which ultimately is kind of what happened. He made the content cop, which was just full of straw men, and then Ethan just basically blew it down like the fox, I think. He just blew down the little straw house, and it actually ended up making Ethan look like more reasonable, and kind of thinking with less like emotion. Made it seem like he is seeing the manipulation being done to iDubbbz, and he called him out on it. And to be fair, it seems like pretty accurate. I can't like recap everything Ethan said, but I will say like his initial response was just it seemed like it was very well done, and it seemed like that was just him functioning at like a baseline. So he hadn't prepared or whatever, thought about it. He just went into it, and saw what was kind of happening to him, which actually made a lot of sense.
He approached it with empathy, and, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan. One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living, normal people just like you. So obviously,
I can't even lie.
So much pressure on the internet, both on myself.
She looks better than this food.
And I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too. It's fucking hell. It's hard to manage. It's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan.
Okay, so what she's saying right here is like pretty. She doesn't realize what she's saying. She doesn't realize that if that was truly the angle of iDubbbz, he would be a genius. I mean, he would be literally a genius. I think a lot of people are jumping to the like kind of like the conclusion of everything, and they're like people are literally assuming that iDubbbz has like some sort of like damage to his head. Because just all the logic that he had in his video could be so easily broken. It almost like makes no sense. So people are kind of just taking that leap of logic and just assuming that almost like iDubbbz has lost the plot, basically.
People don't do that. And I've even said this before. I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators. I
don't think that first part is very valid. I think you can like something. You can like something, especially a place, which I don't think she said like pro-Zionism which I learned about that word yesterday. That means, in case you don't know, that means that you support the state of Israel. So that means that I think like all the laws that they do, everything, all the actions they do, stuff like that. But I mean, I think like, I don't want to sound like stupid, but I think like geographically speaking, it's just like, I think you're totally justified in liking a place like Israel. Take all of these other things out of consideration. It's just a place. There are some places I don't like, but I don't have such weird emotions towards them. It's just a place. But yeah, don't deplatform people.
I think it's insane to involve his children and anybody else that really doesn't deserve the criticism. I think Kayla deserves the criticism as well, too, because she says some batshit crazy things on the podcast as well. And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it. I received a text asking to say something.
My dear. My dear, you look really good in this whole video, but when you're talking about pro-Israel propaganda, I think the real propagandist is not H3. I think it's the guy who actually admitted to being a propagandist, which is Hassan. Now, I don't think like you should just duck your head down in shame or whatever and say, Ethan, you're my best friend. I think maybe if you are interested in, maybe just coming to some sort of conclusion, and if you have your own like principles or whatever in place, then you should probably ask your friend about them, right? Because your friend is someone who will be like truthful with you, or at least they should be. And if there's something that, if you are kind of wondering about that, you should ask them a question that you know the answer to, but it would only take like a real friend to tell you the truth. So for Hassan, I don't know, maybe you could just say like, was there, like why in the video were you not like why weren't you dancing? Why weren't we all dancing? It's like, if we're all supposed, unless like that, you're, you think that you're like, not even like above us, but if you think you're like too good for that, then sure. Maybe ask him about the sword. Maybe ask him like what is this sword from? Maybe get like a little phone in your pocket and you can record it. I don't freaking know, dude. Ooh, I got a good one. Ask him if you can borrow like a couple, like $100,000. And then you put that in the S&P and then you pay him back. If he gives you it, he's your best friend.
Something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan, and I read it off, and iDubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports figure that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
Listen,
Thank
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
I think Frogan was caught in the crossfire. Frogan like literally was caught in the crossfire. Like, but I mean, she also has to have like, you gotta have some accountability, and it's not. It kind of seems spineless to like go into a video where you start off by doing something really mean, like flipping someone off, and then like in the same video to like at the end of it kind of be like, oh, but I love you, It kind of makes you seem spineless and like you kind of like you were just trying to sneak this sort of, and trying to be like, but dude, I ended it nicely, so.
Sure.
She did wish us the best in the end.
Little
it
snaky.
almost felt like the nicest one of them
I
all.
think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even, like, cool that he included her? Like, she's
Yeah.
just gonna get more shit for being
It's
involved.
not. It's not cool.
And, like, it's not- it's
he
totally-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half of the content nuke, the entire.
She kind of has a point here. God damn, I'm kind of getting a point. Oh my gosh. But she kind of has a point, because Ethan included her in the nuke, which I think Ethan will probably call collateral damage. I don't know. I don't know Israel Palestine, but maybe that's like ironic. I don't know. I don't know. But goddamn. Frogan, please message me. I can fix you.
Her ending half was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like, Hassan can handle it, but, like, Frogan...
She has, like, a nice
gonna get
facial
a pile
structure.
of shit on top of her that I have no control over because people are watching...
Like, not a lot of girls
millions
look...
of people are watching
Like,
this
you can't
video,
tell
by
that they
the way,
look good
and
behind,
they're
like,
reacting
a hijab.
and they're not having good reaction.
You can't
Not
tell
just
usually.
our
I'm not saying
artists.
that they look
Far
bad,
from our
but you can't tell. I feel like with her, you can tell
I
that
think it's funny that you
she
put
has, like,
me
a
being
banging
in the
face, for
IW
sure.
videos what's going to cause this harassment. But in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations.
He does.
Like the ADL. And not Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi. But no, it's iDubbbz, one of the only major creators besides Hassan who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though...
So yeah, once you get to this point, it's kind of weird. It's like now you're doing like some sort of psychoanalysis thing, which like pretty much never works. Like it's totally baseless, and it's almost like emotional. It's almost like when you're psychoanalyzing someone, it's like purely emotional.
And I've seen Hassan do this before. He's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually please just respond to a real argument? Like, please, bro. You know, he just like you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. Are people very cruel to her? Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's why I think we should stop being cruel to her. To this beautiful goddess. I think she might be a little misguided right now. But I think she'd make a great wife. If she stopped with the weird
I
stuff.
don't know how to explain this to you, Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist. Ethan claims people are mean to
there's a
him all
cat.
the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield of criticism,
Where's the
as he
cat?
claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no. People are not more charitable to me because
Guys, it's 9 p.m. right now. I have to wake up at 4 o'clock.
I'm with hijab, and I wish that was the case.
I have never. They accuse me of doing it. They go, "Oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim create."
Dude, I'll be honest. From like a standpoint with like no politics or anything, whenever I see a girl in a hijab, I instantly have like a ton of respect for her because like she is living to her principles. It's probably not very comfortable, so she's like seriously like punishing herself. And yeah, I respect her because she has respect for herself. So I don't understand where this anti-hijab thing is coming from. I I don't get it. I'm just a little white passing South American guy. I don't know anything about Israel or anything. But
Creators. It's like I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's.
Oh yeah, hijabi women. I feel like I respect them. They are very respectful. Anyone who can hold themselves with authority gains my respect. Probably a bad trait of mine, but yeah.
Fucking identity into my criticism of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just...
You can't go years back and look at someone's opinion, right? Can you? Because everyone has opinions. I don't know. This is like unwalked ground. I don't know how far you can go back, but I mean, it's almost the same as like, well, you would say this behind closed doors, so it's almost like the same argument. It's like, okay, like do you have a stream of thoughts going through your mind every day? Can you learn stuff? If you can learn stuff, then you can have a different opinion. And if you can say things behind closed doors, then you can have an opinion. You can have a real opinion and you can have a fake opinion that you show to people. So it's kind of weird.
Fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it.
Let's keep in mind too, Ethan has like these special days where he'll just go off. He'll go into the goblin mode. He'll go into demon mode. Even iDub said this. He'll have days where like he just acts like he has like a chip on his shoulder, and he is very good at like letting everyone know. So it just happens. We all have those days. Don't you dare say that I'm sweeping. Okay, I'm serious. I'm a big fan. I think he was having a bad day.
Like, I think per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit, I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the
Bro, this literally looks like me right now.
Muslims, to be more specific. Or when
Frogan
Next thing
messaged
is
me,
bring
babe.
up the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
we misspoke, it didn't sound good, we immediately corrected ourselves. That's how mature people do. That's how you...
This suit brought like another monster out of him. He was cooking this day. He was straight cooking. Like, I swear.
That's how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great...
Both Ethan and Gila are not perfect. That's all I'll say. Or should I say Gila's husband. Gila's husband and Gila are not perfect, okay? Not like Frogan. Not like my baby. Just kidding. Okay, I'll stop it right now, but seriously though. I think you are very smart, and I would love to pick your brain.
guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military. I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying, the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as...
She should have said that. She should have said... she should have like elaborated, been as a Twitter pro myself. Okay, I have 4 followers. Okay, she should have said like the war crimes that are committed by, or the atrocities committed by like the U.S. government or whatever are atrocious, and I feel like some veterans are probably deserving of PTSD. Don't clip that. But yeah, she could have worded it, and remember, ignorance over malice. Although that is very, very, very interesting to choose that way to word it, the way that she did originally.
Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up non-stop. I apologize for it right away. When Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel, I
Next day
made a quick appearance in that video just to say I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want?
I think both parties are probably guilty of like sweeping a little bit.
From me, I did the same exact thing. Now we're moving on to the infamous button. So during the react to the content cop, AB started talking and the button was pushed. Here's the clip.
Authorities block healthcare to Gaza. Again, I'm not. Do you think that I'm talking about walking around Gaza? When I say how great multicultural it is?
We
did
never
you think
defended
that?
how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th, not even once. We never
I think that's
co-signed what they did.
I think Ethan said like right after the incident that like it was bad, I think, or something.
Is that not the point he's making though?
What?
That you're talking about how nice Israel is, but
Israel proper is different
There are-
from Gaza.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Millions
right now say
Muslims in
I
Israel.
guess that's where the
I mean, I'm confused. I have no idea.
And that's the end of the clip because the button was pushed. Anytime any member of the crew gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed. And he wants to say that I'm surrounded by yes men and people can never criticize me when he doesn't allow his staff that are part of the show to give him any critique or pushback whatsoever. During the live show today, some of the crew defended me and I appreciate it so much. And during this episode, AB mentioned that the most recent time we talked, him and I had a disagreement.
People are saying stop being friends with her. You guys don't know fucking shit. I have not talked to her in forever, and the last time we did talk, we had a disagreement. Like we where is this coming from? Like I don't understand.
This disagreement was a DM I sent him, which stated, "Hey AB, I wanted to reach out privately because responding publicly and adding to the dog."
Bro, if you send me a message like this, like my nerves are instantly going up. My nerves are going up. My anxiety's going up. This is almost like something your boss would send you to like come in for a meeting the next morning, you know. If I see this, I'm just like, bro, does it go down?
Kyle doesn't feel right.
That's crazy.
I understand that people often overlook how tough the job market is, and I get that working for Ethan puts you in a complicated position. That said, I think what pushed people...
I understand that people often overlook how tough the job market is. What does that mean? That's just... So she's saying, like, I know that you wish you didn't have to work there right now, but I know that you have to work there. So I'm okay with you having these bad opinions, pretty much. So she's saying that, like, your opinion's wrong.
over the edge is a clip of you baiting pro-Palestinian people and blocking them. The criticism you're receiving is largely because people believe you're better than that and don't subscribe to Ethan's views. I know you've been vocal about Palestine, but I think it's important to explicitly clarify that you don't share his beliefs and that you stand on your own. Ethan is not worth the bullshit you have to deal with working for him.
So yeah, this one's really hard to like feign ignorance. It almost seems like she is like kind of she's kind of like doing what Ethan had said that they were trying to do, which was trying to basically ostracize Ethan, make him so that he has no coworkers, he's alone, and he's having to fight this whole argument by himself while the other side, I don't even know what to call them, pals. So she's like saying that she's saying that she wants him to stand up to Ethan. even though she knows that Ethan is not the type to like appreciate negative criticism, especially if he's not like prepared for it. It seems like.
Honestly, there have been times where I felt anger towards you, but after some reflection, I wanted to approach you directly. I'm saying this as someone who was personally impacted by Ethan and as a cousin. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. AB didn't respond.
Well, that's so weird, because then she's doing the same thing. She's like, well, as a cousin, as family, you know, family, we've always got each other's back. But yeah, no, the way that was worded was very manipulative, and it's hard to say that was all just because of her, you know, just doing something like a bad opinion intentionally. I think that one was kind of purposeful.
Fine, and that's perfectly fine. I didn't expect him to. You know, I just wanted to get my feelings out. Although AB and I haven't talked in a long time, he's still somebody I care about. You know what I mean? He's like a cousin. You know, we have that bond. We're both from Dearborn. So it's like we're literally...
Okay, so for maybe like 9 minutes on is like, I'm seeing a lot of tactics being employed right now, manipulation tactics.
cousins. Not literally, but I don't know AB's motivations or what he feels because I'm on the outside at this point. So I am just
She's always been
giving
on the
my
outside.
perspective from somebody on
No
the
offense,
outside.
baby.
I will say the invalid points of criticism towards AB is trying to question him as an Arab, which is completely fucked up and wrong. Nobody should do that, you know? It is valid.
Dude, where's this victim mentality coming from? Like, who even is this group, bro? There's only one race that is, like, getting this sort of, like, hate, and it's not the Arabs. I don't, you know what? I mean, there's so many. There's literally, like, I'm sure Russians come to America and they get hated on. People from Japan, people from China, people from Europe, even Sweden get a bad rap because they're, like, they just have bad jokes and they're just playing video games all the time. Like, bro, it's literally everyone. Like, why are you trying to make this such a big deal?
Valid to criticize him for still working for Ethan and being silent for as long as he was. Those are valid points of criticism. But don't try to take away his Arabness because you don't agree with him.
Yeah, it's just so inappropriate to be talking to Ethan about his employee. Yeah. Sorry, I'm no sleep. It's really weird. It's really weird to be talking about like someone else's employment. And their like employee relationship. Like, you have no idea. You literally have no idea. I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying I know you don't.
Whenever AB started streaming on Twitch, I was the first person to rate him, and I even helped him whenever he asked me for advice on what to stream. AB has also helped me in many ways as well. Even a long time ago, AB included me in an H3 episode talking about why people should visit Dearborn. Here's a screenshot. It's from like 2023, I believe. He was also super, super supportive whenever I was nominated and won the Streamer Award.
Right, and the award goes to... Chala.
Even this is weird. I wouldn't be like, yes, Peruvian brother. Like, why do you support him? Why do you guys support each other so much? It's like, bro, aren't you guys all in LA? Like, what are you even doing here, bro?
Frogan. You did it, sister!
And to be quite honest, like watching
That's so weird.
this clip back made me really, really sad because
Okay, I'm sorry, but why do people who are super emotional all the time have to be like, oh, this awesome point in my life, I'm so sad about it? It's like, dude, what? Why do you always fall back to being sad? Oh no. Bro, like, listen, you are early 20s, you are young, rich, attractive, You have a kitty cat over here. You obviously like cats, so you do have a good opinion there. But like, why is everything so sad? You don't have to be so sad looking on it. That's awesome. People supported you, and if they're not there now, then they're not there. But they did. They supported you at one point.
Because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean? And I have nothing but love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And make.
It almost seems like right now she's trying to like take her sadness and put it onto AB and Lena. And if for some reason that actually did work, then that would probably make them also ignorant. Because I know for a fact Ethan's going to see this and be like laughing and not even care, bro. Someone else's sadness is another person's happiness. So, but yeah, remember, what is that? What is that one saying? It's like lonely or like something loves comfort. Misery loves comfort. So
maybe in the future we can be friends again.
Misery loves comfort. Or company. Misery loves company.
Yes.
Before she moved out here, I remember us talking, and she was nervous about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you'll have me and Lena. Like,
let me guess. She's going to like have another emotional little cut back to her in a sec. Dude, this is stupid. You're never gonna have anyone for like the whole time. That's pretty interesting. AB
comes to worst, and then shit just hit the fucking fan.
Yeah.
Before.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so much.
I got you.
During a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But
Well, physically, there's been no damage. Mentally, there's probably been like some damage, but you are here and you might be doing it to yourself a little bit. Emotionally, well, sure, but I mean, I would say you're probably like emotionally stable for the most part. You seem like a fairly like standard streamer, so I think you have like a pretty good control of your emotions. And financially, bro, she's making money off this, so financially she's good. Overall, pretty good outcome from all this, if I do say so myself.
After a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side. It's been a nightmare for me. On a more positive note, here are some of my favorite pictures taken at the shoot of the content cop bit. Of course, I got to see Kaya. I love her to death. And here are a couple pictures. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, my message to you is that, you and I have different worldviews, and you and I have different ideas for what is the best way to help people. And while I appreciate the spirit of your advocacy, I think it's misguided. After all of this, you've made my life hell. I will say that. You've made my life fucking hell. But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still stands. I wish you the best.
So cool. She, I think she's probably better off having been part of the content cop than not, because like a lot of people who are in like the bad not even graces, but anyone who is like not friendly with Ethan or like attacking Ethan like online, I feel like they always end up either just falling off or something, or they just kind of lose the plot. So yeah, she potentially could get out of that. I mean, it went from having no chance of getting out of that to potentially. So I would say, at the end of that, Frogan's actually in like a better position now than she was before. And I'll be honest, I don't think she seems like, even showing those pictures of the dog, it seems like innocent and like kind of cute, and I don't know what I don't know if she's like a genius who's like know how to hit all the beats and stuff, or she's just like kind of not really self-aware. But I don't know. I think she's smart. Maybe smart people sometimes just aren't self-aware. So, yeah. I wish you the best, though.